So we're going to be looking at working with fonts briefly. If you open a document, an Illustrator document, and there's a font that's been used that you do not have installed on your computer, you're going to get a message something like this that says missing fonts. And you can click on replace font, or you can just close it. And when you look at your document, you'll see that the font that's missing, that text is highlighted with this sort of pink background. That's your way of visually telling that this is a missing font. So what can you do about that? You can go and find the font that's missing and you can install it, in which case Illustrator will be happy and it will connect up to that font. Or you can replace that font with something else. So I'm just going to go to type and I'm going to go to find replace font. And what I can do, you can see here, it's highlighting that BICMscript Pro is the missing font here. Now I could choose another font, let's say Helvetica Light, and just say change. And now it's changed that font and I no longer have that pink outline. But this is not even close to BICMscript. So what I'm rather going to do is to go and install that font. So I'm going to undo this so that it's a missing font, and I'm going to find that font. Okay, so I've got the font here, BICMscript Pro. I'm going to double click on it. And if you're using Windows, it will be the same process, double click and install. And once that font is installed, your Illustrator file should connect up. There we go. And you now have that font. So that's the one thing, is dealing with missing fonts. If you want to find a font that maybe you haven't got the font that you're looking for a particular design job, you can use the Creative Cloud fonts if you are a Creative Cloud subscriber. So if I want to do that, I'm going to go to my font settings here, so character, and you can see this is Myriad Pro. I'm going to click on the drop down and I'm going to go to find more. And you'll see that it gives me all sorts of fonts that are available that I can install, and there's a little cloud thing here to say that whether I've downloaded it or not. I can also filter, so if I want to look for a particular font, so maybe I want a sans serif, and it's going to filter them down, and let's say I want this 8 heavy, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to click on this little add button and say OK. And it's going to download and install that font, and I can now use that font under fonts here. What was it called again? 8 heavy. So if I go and type in here 8, take my filter off, there it is there, and I've got that font that is now installed on my computer and I can use it. So that's using Creative Cloud fonts. Oh, it went away. Okay. Then downloaded fonts. So what if you have if you just go online and you find a font that you like? Okay, here it is. It's a zip file. So I'm just going to copy that zip file to my desktop and I'm going to unzip it. And you can see that it gives me an OTF file, OpenType font, and a README file, and there's 3 different types. So I'm going to choose this OPS outline. I'm going to double click to install it, and then install. And now I should be able to find that font. There it is. And it changes to that font. So you can download fonts from all over the place. Make sure you pay attention to the license and usage information about it. But fonts really are freely available from a lot of different sources. So this is how you can work with fonts. So the last thing I want to discuss is, what if you apply a fancy font and you want to send this job somewhere and you're not sure whether they're going to have that font or if they're ever going to be able to get that font. So that's where creating outlines is important. So creating outlines means take this live text and turn it into shapes, into basically vector shapes. So if I select this here and I go to type and to create outlines, this is no longer editable text. This is actually shapes, which means if I send this document somewhere, if they don't have any of these other fonts, they will get a missing font warning. But for this one, it will look exactly as it should, but they will not be able to edit the text. So there are some ways around that where you can find the font and reapply it, but it's not a straight line. So creating outlines is a kind of baking process that's a safety net, but there are some disadvantages in that it's no longer editable.